Alright. I don't know if it's up yet, but I think it's probably...
It just came up.
Okay, cool. Master of Time. Yeah, the best ending was Goku and Knight leave in a UFO. Or no, the best... No. The best ending was Goku fucking leaves.
I don't remember the UFO ending. Which one was that?
The
Where
questionable
you ascend to
ending?
the top of the UFO and just fucking leave
Where was the UFO?
In the desert.
in the desert.
Oh shit! Yeah. Yeah, I remember that now.
Like, Master of Time was inspired by a lot of things.
Master of Time was fucking wild.
Yeah.
Inspired is definitely a word for it.
Okay.
It had ideas. I'll let you decide whether that's good or bad.
Last time we got to Lake Hylia but didn't step in, and I think we'll just start going to Lake Hylia.
I'm here now this time.
Alright, time to get used to playing a different game again. I'm not doing the Forest Temple right now, because I don't feel like doing it. I feel like making progress elsewhere. Anyway. VW, had you seen any of this?
No, but I'm vaguely aware of it.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
I've been paying attention to the chat and the minor gripes that have come up a couple of times.
For... Oh, you mean just like what we were talking about in regards to it?
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
honest- it's like,
fine.
it's honestly not that bad. The Forest Temple just kind of caught us off guard a little bit with what it expected. Did they ever update this to use Tui's style of collecting notes? No.
I don't... Can you do that?
They, in more recent hacks by this same author, he has managed to. Oh, it's Blubber. Blubber's the fishing guy, which makes sense. The fishing hole is full of muck and grime. Looks like it's full of mines, too. Oh, this is, I think this is Twilight Princess's fishing hole music. Because I heard that Twilight Princess motif. There's a lot of mines in here.
Yeah,
there was a
Twilight Princess.
Yeah. I can't speak to that. But there was a cameo game behind one of the.
Oh, okay. There's a Paper Mario down here as well.
Yeah, it was up on the outside. Like, God, it would be It would be clockwise. First one from the entrance.
You played some of this years back, now I remember.
I did. At one point I did play this. But it's been far too long since then, and I don't remember, like, anything from it.
I think it's been 2 or 3 years since that happened, because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I was still living in New Jersey at the time.
That worked. That broke the rock. I remember learning that you can do that sometime last stream. Or... Anyway. 1 Jiggy. By the waterfalls? Is that what you were saying?
No, by the entrance. By the entrance.
Well, then I'll get it when we go back to... This look like... Aha! Mambo and a Jinjo. Back by the entrance. Yeah, there it is. What is it? It's Turok, Dinosaur Hunter.
But why?
Great.
Turok is such a weird game for the 64, but like, once you like, okay, so I actually own. I actually picked up secondhand a few years back some copies of Turok, and I think just Turok 1. Because I had to try it for myself because I'd never played it before. It is, I believe, some of the devs on it eventually went over to Retro, and their experience ended up going into Prime. And it kinda shows. Turok is only weird because it's like it's a full first-person shooter with like a full free range of motion. But to do that, they had to do it with like, oh god, the bees come all the way over here. They had to do it with a full range of motion, like it uses both the D-pad and the C buttons.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, you basically move around with the D-pad and use the C buttons as your other aiming and stuff like that.
You don't use
I
the
mean, remember,
stick?
the first stick based shooter didn't come out until the fucking DualShock 2.
Wait, no, wait, I'm
No.
thinking wrong. I think
No.
you might have used,
Not the DualShock 2, was it the original? The PS1 had the first, like...
No, GoldenEye has controls that approximate dual stick.
I think I'm mixing it up, and what it actually is that the stick... No, not the stick. You use the D-pad for your strafes, and then the stick to look. Not the C buttons. But it's something different. Like, there's a couple of different control schemes in it. Anyway, it's just really kind of fascinating. Because, like, yeah, first-person shooters, at that time, a control scheme still had not been standardized. I don't think I can get up there, so I'm gonna assume there's probably a flight pad somewhere. Even if I had, like, running boots, it wouldn't get me anywhere.
Like, it's funny with first-person shooters because, like, the first one that had the quote-unquote modern style of control layout, you can look up contemporary reviews of it. It was some fucking Aliens game.
Yeah, it's like an Aliens game on PS1 from, like 96?
Yeah. Reviewers fucking hated how it controlled.
Yeah.
But it is literally exactly how every single modern FPS controls now. And I don't count GoldenEye because when I say, modern FPS controls, I mean on one fucking controller.
Yeah.
But I mean, GoldenEye does have. It's what, C buttons to move, and then control stick to aim?
Mario Party 1. Still my favorite Mario Party, even though it's not the best. I know that. It's just the only one that I own.
The best one was 2.
I know, that's what everybody says, and like that's fair. But I know which game I owned. It's like you and me sitting here talking about DKC 2 versus DKC 3. I know which one is better, but I know which one I like more.
But consider Donkey Kong Country GBA.
No.
That's even worse, actually.
I do not wish to.
I mean, I could lie out of my ass and just fucking say, oh, the best Mario Party is 4, but, like, even I can't say that with a straight face.
The one that I want to play, or that I've wanted to play, is 5, just because I remember, it was like PokeCaptain, Metabot, and the other crew doing the Mario Party LP they did a few years back, and the Wario Party rules that they came up for it, where you have to throw capsules every turn, and it just looked like the perfect amount of chaos for a Mario Party game.
Yeah, 4 is just boring in a way that a Mario Party shouldn't be.
Yeah, that's the big small one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one where the big gimmick is giant mushrooms and mini mushrooms, and none of the maps are particularly interesting.
Dinosaur Planet. Oh, there's a Mumbo token up there. I don't know how I get it. Just shove my face through the geometry enough and it'll happen.
Yeah, that checks out. That's how the N64 do.
There's a tiny shock jump pad down there. Oh, there's Green Jinjo hiding down. It's playing Mumbo's music in here, but I don't think Mumbo's actually in here.
I mean, like, this is conceptually where Mumbo would be if he was.
Yeah. I wonder if I can drop an egg on that chest and...
Oh, you surely can. That's almost certainly, that's why it's there.
Yeah.
Surrounded by eggs.
Yeah. It's one of the honeycombs.
Also, is that an entrance off to the right there?
I think it's the bars where the shark would normally be. Yeah, it's barred.
Cowards. Put Snacker there. Oh, that's probably how you get that Mumbo token.
Well, I got the Mumbo token.
But yeah,
this
but like
is how you intend to get
yeah,
it.
you use that to bounce up and get it.
Oh, there's something up there.
There's a switch here. Oh well, that's the Jiggy platform for the next level. Huh.
I'm trying to think now, like, of the games on the N64, what's left that hasn't gotten a release or a port on a modern system that's actually worth playing anymore?
Well, there's Fox playing Mario Galaxy. What was your question, PW? Sorry.
Out of the N64's library, what's even left these days that doesn't have a port or a, like, re-release on the N64 flicks or whatever? It's even worth...
I was gonna say, are we counting things that have, you know, even the slightest chance of happening, or just anything at all?
Anything at all. It just doesn't... Like, you currently can only play it emulated or on original hardware.
I mean, the answer is most of the N64 library.
Yeah,
Yes,
Mischief
but
Makers.
what's worth playing?
Worth
I guess
playing?
Mischief Makers is probably the biggest one.
Yeah.
Well, there's
the
The fucking Hylia statue. Okay.
Oh, that's not... Okay. It said break her heart. I assumed beak bomb it. Maybe I'll try it from a better angle. Yeah, I guess like Mischief Makers... Okay, there was a Jiggy in there, just... Angles. I don't know about games that you want to play, but, games that you probably would get. Like, weird bullshit. Like...
Can't wait for Quest 64 to drop on
I was literally about to say Quest 64, yeah.
Ogre Battle 64 is probably one of the bigger ones that's still out there.
Yeah.
That would be a
That's
real...
the weird
That'd be like a
RTS
real one.
right?
Yes.
Ogre Battle would be...
Weird. I don't know enough about the Ogre Battle series beyond the one that got a re-release is a tactics game.
Is there a person up on the hill there?
Yeah.
Is it Reggie?
No,
No.
Is it? I think it's another GoldenEye character. Because we saw Natalia in, like, a tower on Death Mountain. Is that... Oh, is that Valentine? The fat guy? I think that's Valentine.
I don't
Somehow,
know.
despite owning an N64, I have never owned GoldenEye, so I can't fucking tell you.
But yeah, GoldenEye finally just came out again very recently. A lot of Rare's catalog is on Xbox.
Yeah. The only one from Rare that you can't currently play on modern hardware is one. Like,
Diddy Kong Racing is the big one.
Oh yeah, Diddy Kong Racing would be a big one. That could come back out.
Technically, that got a DS port.
That's not the same.
That's not.
Almost 20 years ago now.
And also, like, the DS port is weird and not great. Like, it has you... Like, in order to get your boost at the start of the race, you have to do things like draw circles around the propeller of the plane on the bottom screen. Like,
just put Diddy Kong Racing on it, and, like, you've got multiplayer.
Yeah, Diddy Kong, DK64 got Wii Shop releases, but
yes,
you can't currently play it on anything, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
yes,
you could play it on Wii U if you already had it.
Yeah, you can play it on Wii U if you already bought it, but you can't buy it again.
Yeah, I think I got the thing down there. I think I heard
I
it
saw
break.
smoke coming up, so I think you got it.
Yeah, I did.
Like, the GameCube is much worse, certainly, there's a lot of really good stuff that is still fucking trapped on GameCube. But...
Actually, I got some ones for the N64 flicks. Either Bomberman 64 or Hero. I would say
two Bomberman 64s.
Yeah, I would also say Second Attack, but they're not going to put that one on.
$100 games.
They're not going to put Second Attack on there without 64. 64 is not, like, super expensive from what I can recall, but Second Attack is, well, let me tell you about the $1,000 game that I own. Am I in the floor? Oh no, it's just, like, weird transparency stuff. Alright, Water Temple. Is Mario Tennis and Golf on there?
Yes.
Yeah, that was, like, one of the first things they dropped on it.
Is Second Attack that expensive?
Mario Tennis is still... Yeah, hold on, let me pull up eBay and
I know...
see what people are asking for.
Second Attack cart only is somewhere in the $300 range. Full in box, like I have, is in, like, the $1,000 to $1,500 range.
Authentic, tested, and working, $225.
Okay, it's gone down a little bit.
Some people are listing them at like 22, 23, but...
These are just pots.
that's cart only, and yeah.
Nobody's buying that though.
Complete.
None of it is guaranteeing. None of the ones that are that cheap are actually guaranteeing that they are authentic.
Why couldn't Water Temple get an Ice Cavern minigame treatment? I mean, if we didn't have the Ice Cavern here, I don't know what else you would fill Hylia with. It's clear that he needed some other stuff by the fact that there's a whole bunch of random islands in the sky of Hylia.
Please. He was just looking ahead and saw where the series would be going with Tears of the Kingdom.
That's a lot of dudes over there.
Jesus.
How did I get the guy in back?
Boss chest texture.
I've hit everything except the things. There we go. Finally, I can stand on the platform now.
I mean, yes, Skyward Sword did already exist prior to that. However, the mindset of take the map that already exists and, I don't know, slap some islands in the sky. That's a Tears of the Kingdom special.
Hey, Tears of the Kingdom's also stuck caves under the ground. Did they ever drop Smash Bros. On N64 Flicks?
No.
That would be a decent... It was on Wii U.
Yeah, it has previously been released, but it has not been put on Switch.
You know, we'll end up getting like some weird shit like fucking Aiden Chronicles or whatever that game is. I've never played that game. I just know it exists because it's early in all the N64 like good sets.
I mean, they put out the fucking Pokemon Stadium games, which is a game I don't think I ever thought I would see officially released again.
Yeah, but that has Pokemon behind it. That at least makes sense.
You're not playing them for the actual Pokemon Stadium. You're playing them for the fucking minigame collections.
Oh, open up Morpha's room, I guess.
Is Mario Kart 64 on there? I mean, if you have a Switch, don't fucking get...
Oh, there's All-Stars and a
Mario Kart
Mumbo
64.
token.
Half those tracks are in Mario Kart 8 anyway.
Jappenberger? There's probably another dev on this or something like that. I assume we probably can go over to the Dark Link room. That was All-Stars, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that doesn't come with Super Mario World.
Can I just... Oh, yeah. Alright, don't need a key.
You know what game they need to drop on N64 Flicks? Hit game.
Oh, it's Nipper.
Beyond Return of the Joker. One of the worst games ever released.
Goma is boss of Water Temple.
Okay.
What's the best? Am I gotta do some like Talon Trot stuff? Talon Trot beak attack. He just...
Can you egg him?
It's a little bit of a distance. Oh, there's a, there's a sewer pipe. Maybe I have to go and find... I probably have to go find the sewer pipe first.
Is it behind this door?
I think this is just the way back out. Because there was an exit sign above it. Yeah, alright, so let's just go back in the water temple.
I'm sorry. I just found out there was a Command and Conquer release on N64.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. There was also a StarCraft one.
I knew about the StarCraft one, but
I've never played it, but I've
mean-
heard StarCraft 64 is like actually a reasonably good adaptation of StarCraft.
I think I've heard that too.
I mean, yeah, I guess I can see an RTS working fairly decently on the N64.
It's weird to say, like, I don't feel like they should, but, you know, it is possible, and they obviously did do it. Of course, RTS on console in general is such a strange concept. Can I just, like...
Are you going to disparage hit Xbox classic Halo Wars?
Well,
Halo Wars is actually pretty good, though.
Yeah.
Like, it was made by Ensemble. It was made by the Age of Empires guys. Like, it's made by people who know what the fuck they're doing.
Wasn't Halo Wars supposed to be one of the big, like, selling points for that Microsoft table thing that they did?
Table. Oh, the weird... I have no idea. That would have been like Halo
the coffee
Wars
table
2.
that was also a computer, or whatever the fuck
Oh,
that was.
the lens thing.
Well, there was HoloLens, which was, like, one thing. There's a lot of sewer pipes here. But I haven't found a, Okay, I do need to find a switch for it.
But yeah, I will go to bat for Halo Wars. I liked that.
Yeah, like, it was made with controller in mind and, like, was actually quite good.
I mean, yeah, when a
Switches for
weird
more
genre
spring pads,
actually
maybe.
takes into account the limitations of the system it's on.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did. They were like, we want to make an RTS, and we want to put it on the Xbox. And they were like, well, okay, and it happened.
Like, the fucking, the DS had at least 2 RTSs that I could think of. One of which got a PSP port, and I think changed it from an RTS to something completely different.
Which one was that?
Oh god, it was...
Oh, I can go in the middle.
Oh, what the fuck was the name of that one? It was one of those weird NIS games, I think. Night in the Nightmare or something like that.
Night in the Nightmare, yes. That was like a turn-based
Got it.
strategy that's also a bullet hell. Or something.
Nights in the Nightmare. Let me pull it up on Wikipedia and make sure I'm remembering it right.
It did get a PSP port.
Yeah, it got a PSP port. It also apparently is on the Switch. I'm gonna guess it's the PSP port.
Oh, I can go to that platform.
I think a lot of Sting's games actually have been ported to
Sting,
Switch.
Not NIS. That's right. Yggdra Union literally this year finally got a port, and it was like completely under the radar. I think I saw it on Steam one day, and I was just like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah. The main thing I remember Yggdra Union from was the interface on, like, GBA is just completely...
Oh, it's crowded as fuck.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, that activates the pipes for everything.
So are you gonna fight Dark Banjo or Goma first?
I'm gonna go do Dark Banjo so that it doesn't throw me out of the arena, out of here yet.
Also,
Oh, there's Blue Jinjo.
yeah, Riviera is the one that hasn't actually gotten any more modern ports since the fucking PSP, and that's the one I would like to see them port again.
I mean, it seems like they're porting them now, so...
Yeah. Like, it's not a particularly good game, but, like... It's one of those weird titles I don't want stuck on old handhelds, you know?
You know what I want to see them put back out is the fucking the Age of Empires 2 DS port, which turned it into a fucking turn-based strategy game instead.
What?
That rules.
I can't tell what that is because I'm being chased by crabs. Hang on.
It's a DS game.
It is Phantom Hourglass.
Yep.
But yeah, no shit. There's an Age of Empires 2,
Earbag.
and I think there's an Age of Mythology port to the DS. Both of which are just fucking turn-based strategy games. No similarity to the originals at all. I had Age of Empires 2 though, and it ruled.
Check the urchin
The
hole.
DS got a fucking lot of weird...
Oh, I did check. There was no hole there. I kind of spotted it as we were as I was walking around or swimming around there.
Also, the Viva Pinata port to DS, also very good.
I'm not surprised by the existence of Viva Pinata on the DS, but, like... I am a little surprised.
It's confusing.
Yeah.
I mean, Viva Pinata's really
Like,
good.
the gameplay style seems like it makes a ton of sense on the DS, and... Like, it's not like Microsoft was in the handheld business. They're still not.
Yeah.
And I mean, also, like, importantly, it's a really good demographic fit, too.
Yeah.
Like, that sort of cutesy type thing, like, oh man, like, the DS market just eats that shit up.
The weirdest DS game I owned, and I owned a lot of weird DS games because I would basically buy it that was an RPG, was, God, what, I think it was called Lost Magic. It was a real-time strategy game, except it also had, like, monster catching elements to it, and it had online multiplayer for some fucking reason.
Gosh, there was this period of time, like, you know, the mid-2000s, where online multiplayer in just, like, all sorts of games, it barely made sense to have them in. It was just a thing.
Well, we were talking about it during one of the last Zelda streams of, like, why the fuck does The Last Story have online multiplayer?
Oh, yeah.
I think my weirdest game that I had was a game called Black Sigil. And it was like a Chrono Trigger clone. But it was super unstable and like crashed all the fucking time. And like the story was this weird thing that was like your main character was cursed, and they chose to implement that as like a gameplay thing. So like you would start every single battle like as blind and with like a couple ailments. It was like blind and cursed or whatever. So like, oh, it was awful to play, but it looked really good. It was a terrible game.
One that I kind of want to play on stream at some point again is, I want to play Metroid Prime Hunters, but with, like, an emulator's upscaling options. That game, when you upscale it, it seriously looks like... It basically becomes fucking Quake, in terms of, like, like better looking than Quake, like Quake 2 or something. It's wild how
sure-
strong the art design in that game actually is for it being a
I'm
DS
sure that's
game.
a game where mouse and keyboard actually does improve the experience.
Yeah, I remember one time. I remember I did play it on stream, like for one day. Oh, God, it would have been like 2014 or something like that. And I hooked up my drawing tablet at the time because that was the best way to kind of emulate a DS screen, and it works really well like that. But it's just, it's really weird.
The one I would love to do a stream of, but it's a fucking weird one on the DS, is Magical Star Sign. It's just a quirky, weird little RPG that nobody ever talks about. It's got a fun magic system to it too. Can't believe you're getting owned by a crab.
No, I'm owning him now. Let's see. The GameCube was the pinball and voice command. Odama.
Oh yeah, Odama.
Odama,
Jesus.
yeah. I think that was that and Mario Party were like the only games that used the GameCube microphone.
Okay.
You can probably go in the shell.
I don't think I can, but I'll try again. Oh, there's a game in the water under here. It is Jet Force Gemini.
You know what? That one's where it belongs.
Kaznorf has like 4 copies of Jet Force Gemini in the store right now. It's like,
Wow,
where
what
did
a weird coincidence? Why? Can't imagine why nobody wants a copy of Jet Force Gemini.
Yeah, I can't go in there. I kind of want to just play it because it was one that I never played. Like, I know it's very mid, but like it's still interesting. Like, I'd still be interested in playing it.
A mid-game that is trying to do something interesting is more interesting than an okay game that's just bland.
The real fast, a quick something about oh, hello. There's a bunch of crabs there. Odama. There is a early in development. Oh, there's a Jiggy down there. Early in development, and I think Nintendo Powers talked about it. Odama did support the bongos. I don't know why, but I remember reading about that. It had originally supported the DK bongos, and that never made it to final release. I think it's because of all the, like, I guess there's the drums, or there's, like, drums that you can do or something. Maybe it was to use the drums for the flipper paddles, or... I have no idea. Well, there's all the notes. I gotta find... Oh, we're just missing... We're missing a Jinjo.
Yeah, the pink Jinjo, I think?
Yeah, pink Jinjo. That's the only thing we need. One was in the fishing hole. There were 2 in the water temple. One, the green one, I don't remember where he was. He might have been in the house. Maybe he's just in the water. Because I haven't really swam around the whole way. Banjo fishing minigame. What other weird N64 games would be interesting to see show up on N64 Flicks?
I mean, a lot of Rare's catalog would be very interesting to see again. Blast Core is another
yeah, I was
one.
about to say Blast Core. I think you could play it on the Rare collection, but like,
Is there anything behind this waterfall?
Yeah, I'm gonna go check it. Are those egg stickers? I don't think so. I think they're just meant to be like coral growths. There is nothing behind the waterfall in the greatest sin that video games can commit.
Cowards.
I can hear Clankers breathing. What the? Yeah, oh, there's a treasure chest under there.
How do you hit?
I'm gonna try to bounce an egg.
I don't know if they're actually any
That did work.
good, but I did play a lot of battle tanks growing up. That was a lot of fun. So,
Is Clanker just, like, hidden under the ground somewhere? Because, like, I hear him.
I'm going to suggest it, but not because I think the game is any good. Based on everything I've seen, it's not, but it got a fucking kick-ass song, so fucking bring back Buck Bumble.
Buck Bumble. Actually, I'm gonna use the flight pad again. Oh, there's a Mumbo token up here. Oh, there he is. He's up here at the top of this waterfall.
at the top of the waterfall and not behind it?
Shameful.
That patch of hay on the roof is how we got up there. We bounced through it from inside.
Okay, well that's actually...
I would say...
I was gonna say, that's everything in here. I'll get that Mumbo token, but yeah, we're done with Hylia.
Ooh.
I would say bring back Glover, but I think the company that owns it is, like, predatory shitheads at this point.
Yeah, they're...
There's something weird about it. Like, they're trying to bring it back?
The company that owns the rights is the kind of company that just hoovers up rights to everything they can get their hands on and just drops shitty, unpolished ports.
I want to say that Glover was getting a port at some point?
I think it did.
It got, like, a Steam release or something.
Yeah, and everyone was like, no. Understandably, because they were being asked to play Glover again.
Yeah, Glover is on Steam.
That's... yeah, okay, man. Oh, my game just kind of slowed down for a split second as I tried to do that jump. Alright, 30 tokens.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Yeah, it was a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter for a Glover thing at some point. I don't know. Let me double check we got everything in here, but I'm pretty sure we did.
Yeah, apparently the Steam version of Glover is essentially the N64 ROM running in an emulator.
The retro game with the Steam port with an emulator without permission, that's a lot of them. No, I think they knew exactly what they were doing when they brought back Bubsy. Bubsy is a spite game. They were 100% banking on people doing the bad rats thing with it.
Yeah, it was 100%, and they knew they were only getting irony dollars, but there was enough irony dollars there.
I mean, at the end of the day, irony dollars spend the exact same as regular ones.
Gerudo Fortress open.
Yeah, I am looking at the catalog of the company that did the Glover re-release, for Steam, and yeah, basically their entire catalog is just re-releases and ports of old games.
Yeah, they did continue to make Bubsies after they brought him back, and...
Wait, they made more than just the one reboot? Because I knew about the reboot.
Yeah, they made one that was a reskin of... God, the Gianna Sisters game, I think? But with Bubsy? And that was, like... It wasn't good, but it was... fine. And then they made it... And then the guys who did the Bit Trip Runner, they made a Bubsy game.
Okay, I knew about the 2017 one. I did not know about the 2019 game.
I didn't know that there were fucking 3 new Bubsies.
No, there was literally a decade between Bubsy 3D and the Woolly Strike Back.
Alright, well, we open up Gerudo Fortress. Trying to think if I want to start another one right now. But, like, we don't have much other to do. There's one Jiggy we missed in Zora's domain, and then there's the leftover Forest Temple stuff. Which is like half the Forest Temple. Hell with it.
I mean, it's been 45 minutes, so...
Yeah.
Your call. We did only spend about half an hour on...
Yeah.
Sealed Palace, so...
The hint zone in town needed notes. That's true. Well, that's a hole there. Can I climb up it? Or, that's probably like a transformation.
What transformations haven't we had yet?
We had the bomb bag, which was the pumpkin. We
We
had
had the Dodongo, which is the crocodile.
and we had the
On
termite.
the ant yet?
Yeah, we had the termite was the Tektite.
So that leaves, what, the bee and...
Could be B here. Hang on a second.
I don't know if you want to swim in that.
Is that what I think it is? Is that capital B's factory up there?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Hey, speaking of games that got way better sequels than their first game,
That's true. That is true. It turns out that New Rare is way better at making 2D platformers than 3D ones.
I would argue that Old Rare was also way better at making 2D platformers than 3D ones, but I don't particularly hold Donkey Kong or Banjo in high regard.
I like the Banjo.
Dewey's fine.
The
Dewey is
Banjo.
fine.
The Banjo ones are good. Basically, all of the other ones are not.
Super Mario
That's-
Kart.
Yeah, that's Mario Kart.
There's a Jiggy there. But,
I think I've seen this level before.
you might have been around for when I did the streams of it before.
Maybe. Because,
I
like...
thought we didn't get any other than the Fire Temple, the cavern.
I don't know, maybe.
I distinctly remember this general area. with like, oh, it's capital B, and I'm like, and I keep trying to, and I keep thinking to myself, like, is this in like some other mod that I've seen, or was this some
Did you watch somebody
actual
else
fucking
play this at some
ukulele
point?
thing? Like, or like, was there's this some actual fucking ukulele thing that did a joke like this?
I don't know where I need to stand to get that to hit. Such a far distance. There's no good, like, angle.
Maybe there's one. Maybe there's one down there. Like you go through somewhere, and then that gives you a clear shot when you come out there.
Maybe. Nothing hiding behind that. Seems like it should be like right around here. No, that hits the waterfall. I mean, I don't know if I'm supposed to sit on that platform at the bottom and try to bounce it back. I don't think that would work. I'm gonna keep going and assume that maybe another way will present itself. Wonder Wing and jump down. Banjo would end up going into his tumble animation, even out of Wonder Wing. If only I had air egg aiming. Maybe we'll find something that, like, a platform appears, or something else. Man, we didn't even have any notes yet. There's a Game Boy here. Oh my gosh. That's the Game Boy. The Gulf War Game Boy.
The Gulf War one.
It plays Tetris near when you get close to it. The Desert Storm Game Boy. I did see it in person at the Nintendo store in New York. Before, I guess it's back. I heard something that it got moved. Not sure.
They probably moved it to be part of an exhibit at some point.
There's some.
It is a, like, weirdly historically important
3DS and Majora's Mask. Over there.
The bad version, I see.
I remember there being some nonsense in that tent. Was there something I should have looked up for? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe something will tell us about this tent, if there is something. Can I just go straight to Spirit Temple? Looks it. Huh, interesting choice of music. I'm pretty sure this is one of the Oracle dungeon music.
Oh yeah, that's an Oracle. Oh, I know which one that is. That's the fucking Dancing Dragon dungeon.
Yeah.
Because it's like the only one that they've ported to the N64 sound font for the for like ZFG's randos.
My internet is like exploding again, so I'm gonna take off.
Alright.
Sorry, man.
I don't know what's going on with your shit lately.
The router probably needs to be reset or something, but yeah, it is
Alright.
chunky, so I'll talk to y'all later.
Yeah,
Alright,
have a good
man.
night. See you later. Oh, what's that? What
is that
is
Gold
that?
Eye?
No.
No.
What is that? Is that Killer Instinct 64? No, what is that? I don't recognize that one at all.
That's gotta be a well-known one with the stupid, like that thing in the front, the little fox-looking thing.
Yeah.
That's gotta be.
But it's just the down in the. It looks like Killer Instinct's logo in the bottom left.
Hang on.
I don't know. Look up. Is it KI Gold? Was the 64?
It's not Conquer. Killer Instinct. Yeah, it is. It's that's what that is.
So,
oh my god.
What was the dog thing?
The dog thing is a man.
Oh.
Hang on. I don't know if it's gonna like this or not, but whatever.
Let's see. Oh yeah. All right. KI Gold. The big cartoon grin is the light on his pecs. Yeah, it is. You were talking about ZFG's randos. I know because Ty was playing it. There's at least a newer DK64 rando, and doesn't seem terrible. Like there's a shitload of quality of life stuff added to it. Like, hot swaps, and any Kong can, like, pick up anything sort of stuff.
mean, hot swaps alone would, like, just by itself already solve, like, a solid 50% of that game's problems.
Rando in DCA64 includes stuff like, you start with 2 random Kongs, and the other Kongs can be located at, like, anywhere. So, like, you can do stuff like the banana medals actually hide, you know, progression or whatever. The moves are actually out in the world, so you can pick up potions instead. Oh, hello, flying carpet.
Yeah, we brute forced it. Who cares?
Oh, I think it was intended. It's just like, hello, flying carpet.
Oh, are we at Spirit Temple? Is that where we are?
Yeah.
Oh god, that shows you how much attention I was paying.
Spirit Temple Mumbo. Spirit Temple is Mumbo, I think. This looks like his skull. There's a note back there you can't see because of the camera. Oh, behind where I was. Alright, thanks for letting me know. Find big hidden feature spell. Mumbo turned Banjo into T-Rex. Crush which easily. Wait, did I get the...
Yeah, you got one of the joke ones.
Changed mine. T-Rex spell too good for this game.
You know, it really isn't. Although I'm not sure how much of that is just that Pterodactyl Land sucks ass, and how much of it is...
I'm not the bee! I'm Kobe Katake's broomstick. Okay. I don't think I've ever gotten the joke T-Rex one before. I've gotten the washing machine. Oh, not only is there a note back there, there is also...
There's a game.
Sea of Thieves. So, I'm guessing... Well, I didn't check down. I didn't check the main entrance to Spirit. I was about to say there is no Spirit, but I don't know that yet. There's a witch switch on top of here. Okay, we can go in the Spirit Temple. Oh right, we're a bee, so the bees don't get angry at us. Is it fucked up of Mumbo to remodel an ancient temple in his image? It is.
Pretty sure that's called desecration.
Oh, okay, we do have to be the bee for this. Also, I kind of somehow didn't expect all of Spirit Temple to be here. Or at least a decent chunk of it.
Oh god, yeah, so that's Spirit, Gerudo, Valley.
This might be a bit longer than we expected.
Yeah.
And I should have opened up some doors, I guess. Should have come in here first. Oh well. Another guy. Oh, that's that's a Mumbo pot. Like, you can step in there and turn back. But why would I want to do that in here? There's a shock jump switch. I kept my
yes,
Forest Temple notes, yes.
Didn't we actually get all of them? Or almost all of them?
We got 95. So yeah, pretty much all of them. Oh, the notes on the Hylian language. I didn't take notes at the time, but somebody on SA PM'd me and said, "Hey, I actually have all the notes from this. If you want them," and gave me a link to the Google Doc. So I do have the notes on the language. Okay, it doesn't look like it's all of Spirit, thankfully, but it looks like maybe it's half. However, I do need to be Banjo and Kazooie. Part of me feels like I should just turn back into them right now, go run around more, and discover where I need to use the bee, and then come back for the rest of the bee.
Yeah, because the other place we know we need it is all the way back at, like, the start of the level, so...
Yeah, let's transform back. I'll use the pot... Wait, is there something up above? Can I go up into the top area? Oh, I can.
Wait, can you go all the way up to where the fucking platform is?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's even a path out?
Might as well. It's the only way up here.
There was a flight pad in the previous room, so we can come back up and out. But yeah. Oh, okay, it leads to a ladder and a flight pad. So we can open ourselves a shortcut here, sort of. Alright, yeah, let's transform back. We'll hit that shock jump switch, explore here real fast, and yeah. Oh, we needed the bee to get up here in the first place.
Yeah, you know what? Fair. That's interesting.
You're talking about the smoke color?
Yeah, the blue smoke there.
I think it's just graphical bugs. Come on, Banjo, you can do it. Climb that thing. Tiny Jinjo! Why is he so small?
So that he fits on the shock jump pad correctly, obviously.
Tiny Jinjo in the palm of your hand. Alright, let's go up and out the top. And... there we go. So, where does this ladder come down to? Oh, it's right where we crossed over to get to Mumbo. Okay. Well, let's take a quick fly around here, I guess.
I hit that witch switch while we're here.
Yeah, you're right. There was a flight pad there too. So let's do that now. Ah, okay. It opened up that. So that's for the bee. Oh, that's a Jiggy inside the big round cactus.
Is that really our first Jiggy here?
Wonder what that ladder is. You see it over you see
I
it
do.
over there.
It's probably another shortcut type thing.
Oh yeah, I think it's just a shortcut to get over. Oh well, I have to unlock it, so I guess I may as well do that now. Unlock. Shh. Oh wait, hang on. Oh, there's number 2. Alright. So I guess, yeah, there's just you quickly find the ability to fly around here a lot. But you have to unlock, like, the path to him. You have to, like, go up and through the temple to get to the flight pad so that you can go around. Ah, it's hit game Banjo Pilot.
Where is the coward Chaos Argate?
For not doing Banjo Pilot LP.
He played through literally the entirety of fucking Grunty's Revenge.
You gotta make him play Nuts and Bolts too.
He can't play Nuts and Bolts. If we play Nuts and Bolts, I have to play Nuts and Bolts.
Ah, Xbox.
Oh, this looks awful.
I got it in 1. It's also just a Mumbo. There was still some stuff in the temple. There was at least one thing I needed to be Banjo for. For a moment, I thought you meant you had a blood pact where if Argate plays Nuts and Bolts, you also have to play it.
No, if anything, the blood pact is that if I choose to play it, he has to be there and watch it.
Yes.
I hold his soul in the palm of my hand. And I haven't decided that if I want to crush it with Nuts and Bolts or with DK64 yet.
Oh my god, are you gonna actually do DK64?
No.
I was gonna say, you're gonna go back on your long-held promise never to touch that game. Green tent in Gerudo Valley hides a clue. Okay, so that's probably what something... Ancient Forest Temple language could help out in this dungeon. Oh shit, I gotta go get
Oh,
the...
fuck off, game.
It's okay, I have it. Deal with the bees with the Wonder Wing. I played Banjo-Tooie recently. I hope whoever's responsible for Canary Mary has RSI now. Wow, fucked up. How? But yes, fair.
Yeah, that's fair. I genuinely could not do Canary Mary in Cloud Cuckoo Land on Xbox. Like, my fingers just don't work that fast anymore.
I genuinely have no idea how I managed, but like I was playing Tooie recently, and I did that, and I got her in Cuckoo Land on the first try. I was like, what the fuck? But like, I didn't go for the Cheeto page, because I was like, I need to take a break before I go back to this. And then I was running around... Well, no, I never did, because I was running around inside the cavern, and, like, I accidentally tilted the cartridge while I was playing. So I was like, crap. Oh, alright, well... I'll just come and play it again another day. Go away, bees. Is there anything on top of that gate? Doesn't look it. I feel like I've gotten most of the things that are in here. I still need to do B for the one in the side room, but the rest, unless there's something behind the like towards the boss room.
We should probably do that now, and then change back, because we do have to bring the bee back this way.
Well, we do, but I was gonna wander around here first. See where I need the bee before we do anything. Oh, okay. We're not actually going inside the fort. We're just
Thank God.
running around. It's like quick warps up and around. Unfortunately, it resets the music every time. Wait, that took me to the same place, what?
It's a trick. They all go to this door.
That is a rock. Ah, Metroid Prime 2. Sure. Where am I? Which one is this? Oh, okay, I know where it is. Headed up towards the top.
That looks like a wall you can break. Yeah.
There's a Jinjo in jail.
Fucked up.
Actually, how do I get in the jail?
There's a game there.
That's Brawl. Yeah, that's Brawl. The Jinjo is accessed through a wall, a tiny hole, so we need B, but I don't know where the hole actually starts. What do you think that Jinjo did?
Well, I mean, if this this fortress is anything to go by, be male is about all you really need to do.
Can't believe Jinjos are non-binary icons. Oh, thank goodness Training Ground is closed. He was caught importing invasive species.
You know, it's good that the Gerudo are taking care of their environment.
think I'm supposed to ride the carpet for this. Okay, this is kind of cute.
It's sort of like doing horse archery.
A little harder for the far targets, though. Especially without an egg refill nearby, you know?
Do we even get any? I mean, surely we must get like a Jiggy or something for this, right?
Surely. Some of my eggs are, like, not appearing? Yeah, it's too bad egg aim doesn't exist. Oh, camera. Done me dirty. Yeah, it's just like sometimes the egg doesn't come out. Alright, well one more loop and I should be able to get that center one. I'm guessing it probably has the Jiggy. What is going on? Fuck's sake.
Nice.
Alright, time to write it one more time. I haven't hit it once at this point.
Really? None of those hit?
Those two hit, but I gotta ride it around again. Because it's up at a certain height. There's also like... A problem here is eventually you will just run out of eggs. And also, like, I've tried firing 3 eggs there, and as you saw, it only shot 2. There.
Thank God. Get us out of here.
I did see that inside the other round cactus is another honeycomb. Just gonna check real fast anything else sitting around here. Actually, wait, there are 2 round cacti. Okay, one's got a Mumbo and the other has a Honeycomb. A couple more notes in here, I think. Yeah. 75 notes. I guess let's go back and check the green tent. And then it's back to Mumbo, I guess, and B back in the first area.
Yeah. Man, that's a lot of...
Like, where
But we still have only gotten, like, what, 3, 4 Jiggies?
4, yeah. Well, we know there's a 5th one at the bottom of the waterfall, underneath that wobbly tentacle, whatever. Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know.
That's the hint. Oh, well, let's go down there again. Oh, I haven't checked down in the gross water. So, Beakbuster here. Oh, there's a flight pad down there. Alright, well, we can fly around here without B now.
Does that get us anything, though?
Well, there's obviously some stuff up this way. Gold feather. Blue Jinjo. Well, we can get that. We can get him with the B.
There's notes up top there.
At the very top. Oh, that's a rock that I can... Yeah, hidden Jiggy at the top.
That's dirty.
No, dirty is the water we're gonna jump into. The coward Mark Kirko doesn't put anything behind waterfalls, only on top of them. Oh good, there's another flight pad up here. Alright, well then let's get those notes.
Oh yeah, that's 100% capital B up there.
Yeah.
Is there anything, like, actually down there in the dirty water?
Haven't haven't checked yet. But let's do that. Another platform that I can egg that. Oh, this is where the waterfall, the ladder to the waterfall would be. Oh, there appears to be a tunnel. All right, let me get these notes first. Oh, the ladder's still there. This doesn't count as hiding something behind the waterfall. Original game did it. Alright, so there's a tunnel down here? Oh, it's full of rocks.
Ah, so that's what we need this thing for.
Yeah.
Maybe? Where else could you possibly hit that from?
Okay, that did work. I mean, I guess that's enough. Swimming into notes suspended in air makes me think of Mario 64 and the coins in, like, Jolly Roger Bay. Or Dire Dire Docks. There's a big cavern here. Well, we almost got all the notes, so that makes me think we've basically found everywhere. So we have one Jinjo in the Spirit Temple in the coffin. We need the B for it. We have
That's a Jiggy, not a Jinjo.
Yeah, sorry. I was about to also say that then we need the Jinjo one, too. And that makes 2 more that we still haven't found? Although there was a hole at, like, the entrance. Oh, wait. This is the hole in the entrance. So there must be a second one in here. There's a honeycomb up there.
Yeah, that the bee can get?
Well, no, that's a Mumbo token for the bee.
There's a honeycomb up there.
Wait, that can't be it, can it? Also, I mean, I could just do that for the honeycomb, or for the Mumbo token. I didn't notice if there was anything else up. No, there's nothing else. So the...
Oh, that's all that's for, huh?
Oh, wait, number 9 would be... Okay, so we have the coffin, the Jinjos, then the one at the base of the waterfall, and then there's the final one that we haven't found. Unless there's one in the boss room.
The base of the waterfall? Where is there one at the waterfall?
The lowest point of the river here. There's a tentacle that we have to hit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Whatever angle it actually is. I wonder if I was supposed to, like, beak bomb the face leading into the temple? Or to the boss room or something? You know?
Yeah, that's a distinct possibility.
Well, when we go back to Mumbo, we can test that before we come back with B. Yeah, that one. I'm still not sure how I'm supposed to angle a shot down to it. What? Where is it in line with? Is it basically... It's basically directly under the hole. Which, that's not exactly an easy shot. Maybe
is there,
from the
like, anything in the
ledge?
wall nearby? Like, down there. If you... Where you would have, like, a more direct shot at it.
No, I don't see any.
Ew.
Still think Wonder Wing would work. I think Banjo will enter his tumble state too before you fall all the way down. I don't think it stays. Like, I don't think you can Wonder Wing down from, like, high points. It's lined up too perfectly. I mean, it doesn't hurt to try. What do I lose? A couple gold feathers? Oh, shit! I thought he entered tumble state. Okay. I don't think I've ever tried using Wonder Wing to survive from a high fall. How many Jinjos? Okay, yeah, we're just missing the one in jail. Now, we didn't find where the entrance is. It's a B entrance, but I didn't find the other side. But,
Alright, yeah, we can just fuck around, though, and just fly
Yeah.
all around the fort.
Yeah, it'll be easier to find with the B, so... Alright, yeah, we'll cross through, go to the temple, check the face in there first, then go to Mumbo, get the B, get the one in the temple, and then come back out.
Oh, God, I was not expecting this to be another hour.
I didn't think it was either, but that's why I was a little hesitant going in. Whatever, it's fine.
It's Saturday night. What are you doing on Saturday night?
Yeah. My Saturday night is hanging out with my friends. Playing video games. The dream of every 20-something-year-old. Except now I'm in my 30s.
I was gonna say, unfortunately, we are not 20-something-year-olds anymore.
Yeah. Growing up is hard. Okay, so there was a flight pad in this room on the other side. Aha! It was. And there's my last notes. Oh yeah, Brentilda did say maybe the hints, the lettering from the Forest Temple would help. I think the previous room had letters on the walls. It was the texture. Maybe,
Oh, okay.
maybe it was a hint to do. Hang on, let me get back in this previous room. Ah, where am I? What happened? Yeah, this texture on the wall. I don't know where you'd start from, but yeah, that's all like looks like it's relatively small. It looks like maybe it's 3 words or something. Let me Let me real fast go to my PMs. Come on, Google. Download. No, don't put it in the Awful Emblem folders.
I mean, that checks out. That's where I would put it.
BK, Jiggies of Time, Forest Temple. Put this off to the side. Okay. Like you can kind of see where the textures loop, so I'm gonna like just kind of go from that. I'm gonna okay. How's a good way to describe what I'm doing here? Okay, do you see like right in the center that kind of the one that's like got a hook and a dot?
Yes.
That's where I'm gonna start from, and you can see where the next word is, right? Like where it would loop.
Yeah.
All right. The hook with the dot is a B.
B. Okay.
And then A is next.
The weird C.
Yeah. This is given to me as like screenshots from the game, so I gotta just scroll and look. Weird C. It might honestly be a C, however, like I don't see it in the list here. Like they are missing the C, or they have 23 of the letters. The one after that is a J. That like the lightning bolt with a dot.
Mm-hmm.
And one looks like a backwards P.
How the hell does that work? B-A...
Well, I don't know where the start of the thing is.
Well, I'm just thinking, how would you even loop that into a word at all? B-A-C-J? Like, that's not a combination of letters that you would ever use.
Well, I'm also missing an O. I'm missing O and Y. And C, O, and Y are the letters I'm missing. But even then... Yeah, I'm not really sure. Go back to the hook letter and, like, the line below.
Like, that's the, like,
it's
the
like
hand?
Yeah, it's kind of like 3 lines and then 3 lines again. That's a T. Next to it is... H? T-H?
The monster M. Okay, that's an H.
The next one... It's like an...
Oh, you know what?
N?
B-A something... You're right, Banjo, I bet, is what that top one is.
Oh, yeah. B-A-N-J-O, probably. Oh, I didn't see the J. Oh, it is... Yeah, N...
You said the lightning bolt was J.
Oh, yeah, no. I see the C with a dot. It is N. I just missed it. Banjo... It's probably Banjo, and then O I don't have. T-H...
O-H...
Is it R? Is this Banjo 3 or something? Because
the weird E... The weird E is an R?
Yeah, the double one next to it is the E. Is this Banjo 3E? Yeah. Something Banjo 3E. Okay, and then the third one is like a backwards... It's the 6?
Yeah.
W? Another
H?
E. W-E-W?
W. I was gonna.
Wait.
No, that can't be a W. The backward 6 is a W?
Yeah.
W. Something.
W-E-W.
We.
That one...
Oh, A-N-T.
We want Banjo 3.
We want Banjo 3E.
That's not useful. Brentilda.
Thanks, Brenty.
I want Sure, but like I thought that was actually going to be important. Maybe. But like as soon as it said Banjo 3, it's like, wait, this can't be relevant. Whatever. Oh wait, hang on. Oh. That's probably it. That's probably the hint. Oh Christ, that's so much.
Fuck that. Not reading that.
Yeah, there's another, like... It's another set of words. I really don't want to do this right now. Are these both different?
I don't want to do it, period.
These are both different. Like, unless it's telling me where number 9 is, or where the last Jiggy is, which it could be. I just don't feel like doing it right now. Like, maybe I'll like pause my video later and play it back and translate it myself. I just don't feel like doing it this moment. Oh, right, I gotta go see Mumbo. Like, we've been going for long enough. Flight pad, back to Mumbo. Like, I'm not even sure what it could say at that point. It's only a couple more words. Back in the temple. For the coffin Jiggy. It's funny how, like, all of the transformations come down to, hey, you can get into small places with this one. Wait, that's 9. Wait. Hang on. Wait.
We do have them all?
Just the Jinjo one now. Wait, what did I forget? Which one did I...
We haven't gotten either of the...
Oh, no, it's because we got the boss room one, and I forgot to count that.
Okay, yeah, and then both of the honeycombs are with the bee, so...
So, any hint there is... Maybe the hint was telling you to beak bomb the face, you know? It's very possible. Because, like, we just kind of assumed, hey, maybe... Alright, so somewhere in here is going to be the bee's tunnel to get into the jail.
Probably, like, further back along the wall.
Oh, it could also be at the end of the training, the shooting range.
Or it could be that one that we saw by the waterfall. Like at the very... No, that's too far out. That's too far
That'd be
out.
pretty far. Oh, there's a ledge. Hang on, though. There's a ledge over there by the other honeycomb. Yeah, I see the hole. Okay.
Oh, God. Well, by the time we get this, it's gonna be 2 hours. Was not ready to do an entire extra stream of this.
Yeah, really. Alright, well, we'll take this guy over to the main area. I guess we'll get the other honeycomb. And then just kind of fly out of here.
Let's do it.
I forgot you could hold B to go faster. I've just been slow flying this whole time.
Tragic.
Oh, whatever. For some reason I thought that there was a bonus where you, or just like a secret where you could go and see capital B, but I guess not, because I haven't seen anything like that. Alright, this little hole in the water, in the cave. Alright, yeah, that'll do it. That's all of Gerudo Valley. And Fortress, and Spirit Temple.
Oh, God. There's... So... Ostensibly, at some point, we have to go back and do Forest Temple. But...
Yeah.
Other than that... What's even left? Can't be much.
It's probably just... the castle? Oh,
So
we gotta
is that
open the
little-
door of time and go to the future.
I was gonna say, was that level 9?
8.
8. Okay, so there is one more actual level.
Ganon's Castle. I do remember Ganon's Castle as a level. There's also... Bottles alluded to it, but there's all the secret... There's like the 3 secret Jiggies in Hyrule Field. Which we need to open up like the hint gates in the mask shop area for that. Because let's see our totals. $81. That's right, it's got 100, so... Hyrule Castle, we're at 7? Yeah, or Hyrule Field. We got one more in Zora's Domain, which apparently there's a hint for it inside Jabu, but you have to be not transformed for it. I got one more in Castle... Oh, that's right! There's one in Castletown I didn't do because I couldn't find all 5 of the flower pots that you have to put eggs into.
4, 5, 6.
So there's like...
So there's 6 more that are available to us, if we really wanted to?
6 more available, 3 secret ones, and then whatever's in Ganon's castle. And that adds to 19, so yeah. Alright. Well, I think we'll do that another time. I'm plenty done.
I'm ready to go now.
Yeah. For sure. Alright, well, thanks for sticking with us. And, we will see you again next time for more of this.
Probably the finale next time?
Probably? Unless it takes a while to go do cleanup and whatever else. But yeah, probably the final. And we'll see how much I actually feel like doing a grunty fight.
See, just be like me. You know, you get to the end of the game and it's like, that's nice. I'm done now. I'm pretty sure
there's a whole modification to the scene that this intro takes place in that I have not paid attention to before. All the music has changed too.
Oh god, that's actually... That's not a bad remix.
This is pretty good. A little bit off because of lag or whatever. Anyway, yeah, that'll do it. We'll see you guys next time. So have a good night. Take it easy.
See you, folks.